Researchers work hard to overcome global challenges with solutions that positively impact all of our society. However, this is harder to do when all of society's lived experiences aren't represented and there is a limited diversity of thought. Scismic is working hard to address these imbalances in the scientific workforce. We chatted with one of the founders of Scismic to find out more about how they're doing this.
My name is Danika Khong. I am a scientist by training. I'm an immunologist by training. I am based in Boston, Massachusetts, or in Cambridge, Massachusetts. I am the CEO and co-founder of Scismic, and I won the Catalyst grant in, I believe, 2018. It's either 2018 or early 2019. It's one of those years.
What is Scismic? Can you describe it for us?
Scismic is all about workforce development within the STEM industries. And what that means is we put out information and insights into the job market, career trends, career development resources, and have a recruitment platform that helps scientists and engineers within STEM disciplines get jobs in the STEM industries.
How does artificial intelligence underpin the Scismic platform?
So Scismic is built and run by scientists and engineers who are from the industries that we serve and the populations that we serve. And where we are different is we use skill sets. So we extract skill sets from job seeker profiles, resumes, CVs, and we extract skill sets from job descriptions, and we match the two skill sets. Now, where it's different is we don't just match the exact words that we find in one to another. We match synonyms or things that are nuanced and connected in some way that essentially functionally mean the same thing. And that's where AI comes in. So our algorithm essentially learns more and more connections of word, more and more how different terminology, different skill set words are connected to each other, where the connections are, how they're nuanced, and then are able to essentially remove bias in or biases in the language that you would use on either side to find each other.
Why do we need a platform like Scismic?
Scismic is very important because for all of us who go through our bachelor's degree, our master's degree, our PhD, our academic training years, academia does an amazing job preparing us for an academic career path. However, over 85% of us don't have to go look for jobs outside the academic career path in places like industry, government funding agencies, et cetera. And so what we are trying to do is prepare the early career trainees for these opportunities outside of academia earlier on in their training period.
Who does Scismic impact?
It's making a difference to everyone in the world, right? And this is the reason why. As a scientist or an engineer, kind of coming through your training pathway, you're going through your bachelor's, your master's, whatever your degree or your kind of certification programs might be. You're going through academia. You're being trained for really one job, which is to become a faculty member yourself. However, funding, interests, life, there are really only 15% of us that kind of move into the faculty track positions, but 100% of us are trained only for that role. And so what happens to the 85% of us that have now been kind of trained with these very specialized skill sets that are, very useful and functional for bringing technologies into the hands of everyday people, into the clinic, into companies for, clean technology, into green technology, blue tech, so the sea, the environment, whatever it is, this is something that affects everyone, both now and in the future.
What was it about the Catalyst grant specifically that made it the right funding opportunity for Scismic?
For us, I think the Catalyst grant was very appealing because it was digital science. It was a digital science fund. It was an opportunity for us to interact with digital science and to, better understand how we could find our way into that ecosystem. It was an ecosystem we really wanted to be part of. I mean, an organization that funds and works with companies that are all invested in the same thing we are, making the research ecosystem a lot more efficient for the betterment of humankind. Like that was, we were pitching to investors who were asking us, we're very tailored for the STEM industries. We were pitching to people asking us about the finance. How do we make this bigger? How do we make this bring more money? All great for a business, but who had no emotional or kind of understanding of the microsystem or the microenvironment that we were trying to impact and that we felt very strongly about. We were all, all my co-founders and I come from that industry. So that was an industry we were very passionate about, meeting people like digital science, people at digital science or from digital science at that time through the Catalyst Grant. That was, for us, a big win. It was an opportunity. We wanted to get closer to digital science, and this is this was our stepping stone into that.
How has Scismic progressed since winning a Catalyst Grant?
So when we applied for the Catalyst Grant, we had already gotten kind of very small scale, but proof of concept for our product market fit. There were, people were buying, we were getting very little revenue, but we had we were making little revenue. The Catalyst Grant was really a way, was funding what we thought was a very, for us, personal and exciting value prop that Scismic could also provide, which was how we could help companies reduce the biases in the candidate evaluation process. So we were kind of testing this, second value proposition that we had a hypothesis about how the platform could contribute to, and the Catalyst Grant was what funded that aspect of it. So this was 5 years ago. Coming up now, we have found that over 20% of hires made through Scismic are from, underrepresented populations and Hispanic and Black science and engineering population specifically. So we have kind of developed that proof of concept. We've gotten results that are almost double of what other traditional recruiting methods are getting within the industry. And it's really helping us. Organizations want to use us because they want us to help them, reduce bias in their candidate evaluation process. So it's really helped us incorporate this value prop into our sales model and how we communicate that across, what we offer organizations out there. It's really helped us to connect with the larger population. So both companies that digital science work with directly, but also their network of individuals that are very invested in this, who are, the type of populations in which we help. It's gotten us solidifying our business model, kind of incorporating the important bits that we want to make, where we want to make impact and where we know we can with the platform, and just getting us connected to the right people who can make it happen. So we're kind of in the process of scaling up our sales, model. We've got the product market fit, and just scaling up is essentially, I guess, where we are 5 years later, starting with the Catalyst Grant.
What advice would you give to somebody that's interested in applying for a Catalyst Grant?
The people at Digital Science who run the Catalyst Grant, Steve Scott to name just the one that I'm familiar with, are very, very helpful, and they are really great mentors in helping you not just prepare for the grant, but also think through a lot of the things that goes into making a product or creating a product that is useful and that will be successful. And that's kind of at the end of the day what we think of, right? So they're either projects or products that have a particular function, a particular goal. And I found the mentorship coming from the individuals who run the Catalyst Grant to be probably the most helpful thing that we had got out of that process. So I would recommend, my advice is to reach out and get to know these individuals and honestly make use of them. And I mean that in the best way possible. Like really, really maximize the information, insights, and experience you can get from these individuals, because it'll not just help you with the Catalyst Grant, but it'll help you in kind of thinking through a lot of your plans.
Scismic's impact can be felt by the whole research community and those who benefit from the solutions our community develops. If you have an idea that could have a similar societal impact and think the Catalyst Grant could help take your idea to the next level, find out more on our website.